For the last 3 years, Accenture have been participating in the annual Ulster Bank Hackathon in Dublin. In 2016, we won with an IoT-enabled kids savings app, and in 2017 we won with an Alexa-based voice channel for bank customers. In 2018, we came back to compete for the prize again.
We're sort of putting a lens on a couple of areas. One, Ian's mentioned, is home buying and ownership. And the second area is open banking.
My role on Team Petrichor has been mostly focused on the customer journey, the user experience.
The part I play in this hackathon is helping with the design process, developing the pitch.
I've built the back-end APIs integration and also the front-end Android and iOS application.
And my job this weekend is to write the pitch and help to execute it.
I've been developing the APIs as well as working on the business proposition.
I'm Team Hack-a-craic and we're putting together an open banking solution for SMEs.
I'm injecting a little bit of additional fintech knowledge into the team and helping with the presentation.
And I will be helping shape the proposition from a business angle, making sure we've got a commercial model that works.
I'm working as a developer on the back end for last week.
I've been a developer mainly working on the front end for our application.
By the end of the Friday evening, one person from each team had just 60 seconds to fire pitch their idea to the judges and the other teams. And then the teams would have to spend the rest of the weekend building the concepts. On Saturday morning, the teams returned. The focus was now on researching and building the business propositions and developing working prototypes that integrated with Ulster Bank's APIs and other third-party platforms. On Saturday afternoon, all 4 Accenture teams came together into a huddle to share ideas and see how we could help each other's concepts.
That startups will need to, for example, manage cash flow, apply for loans, payroll management and so on.
If you were going to scale out, it's kind of a nice place to start a lot smaller accounts and can kind of focus on a niche.
And allow them to easily tether in and integrate those products with the current Ulster Bank business banking services.
We are looking at pre-approval incentive banking. So it is a current account and savings account that will allow those people to actually go on the journey to actually getting the capital for their mortgage.
Our idea is My Home, and the idea is to transform the customer engagement from when you take out a mortgage.
We're building a crowdsourcing platform for mortgages, trying to get on the property market but don't have essentially the capital to back them, and then connecting that with investors.
Stephen has not said a word for at least 2 hours.
Head in the screen.
Later in the afternoon, Ulster Bank and Dogpatch Labs provided access to their staff and mentors to help us shape our propositions. Right, it's end of the second day of the hackathon at Ulster Bank.
I've spent the majority of the day writing the pitch and getting that in a good place and splitting out all the words so everybody knows what they're going to say.
I built the app framework anyway, so we've got statically data driven, and tomorrow we're going to look at the dynamic approach.
I worked on some research to help build up the pitch, spoke to some of the mentors to get feedback.
We went to a user experience workshop, which was really helpful with the development of our pitch.
Now we're off to the pub. It's the final day and the judges will be arriving soon to hear the pitches. In the meantime, we're doing some final tweaking of our prototypes and our presentations.
Boom! Build successful.
This has been the best hackathon that we've done so far. A number of vendors come and always post or host quality teams, which is great to see. For example, last year, Accenture put in a team and they won the hackathon. But this time they've brought 20 staff, 4 teams, and are obviously quite determined to win in one or more categories, who knows.
So it's just coming up to pitch time on day 3 and the judges are just arriving in preparation for the heats.
Showing you evaluation of your house over time, which would call into the...
We asked Ian McLaughlin, who is one of the judges, what the value is of hackathons to companies like RBS.
Well, I think the simple answer is behind me. People working together, working on things that they're passionate about and interested in, and learning about each other as they do it. So I think it's a fabulous way for companies to get together and understand each other a little bit better, but it's driven by the individuals and it's all focused on doing great stuff for customers.
We also asked him what makes a winning idea.
Well, obviously something from Accenture, David, but leaving that aside.
So what value have I got from this event? I think just collaboration, working with a ton of different people, meeting people from different parts of the business, external to Accenture, and building stuff.
It's 3:30, we've just finished the heats, and we're now waiting to find out whether we got through to the final.
I feel my pitch went really well. I know that we didn't have that many open banking solutions, so I think we're really in with a chance of making the finals.
I think you could have done a bit better, Dave, but the rest of the team did really well. So yeah, I think we smashed it. We absolutely smashed it.
Congratulations to everybody who made it through. Commiserations to those who did not, and good luck for the next stage. Now, folks.
We made it!
Woo! We are through, as is the other UK Accenture team, and one of the Irish teams are through as well. So we're now preparing for the final pitches.
In the UK, 6.5 billion was lent from parents to their children in 2017. This puts the Bank of Mum and Dad on a par with the 9th largest mortgage lender in the UK.
Ulster Bank no longer has the capabilities to allow SMEs and small businesses to build their own businesses. This essentially means these companies are looking elsewhere.
So imagine this customer journey. I'm a startup and I log into my online banking app and view my aggregated account position. My cash flow is quite low this month. Would I like to view alternative lending solutions? If I click the link, it brings up the top 5 best-in-class products that are alternative lending solutions.
What's in it for the bank? This establishes you as a true partner of the startups you're working with to make sure that you're recommending to them what they really need to help grow their business so that they can focus on doing just that.
We're Team Petrichor. Silence is uncomfortable, isn't it? This is how your customers feel when they haven't heard from you. And that doesn't drive loyalty.
Our solution to this is My Home. This is a new dashboard that will be added to the existing mobile banking app. By utilising automation valuation model and AI technology, My Home allows customers to visualise their mortgage repayment plans as well as changes in their home equity value. This is great for the customer because it helps them visualise services available to them, whether that's remortgaging to get that dream home or simply adjusting their repayment plan in order to prepare for periods of hardship.
Through a proactive and relevant customer engagement strategy, you will see increased income, NPS, and retention, whilst reducing your cost to serve, all on your journey to becoming #1 for customer service, trust, and advocacy by 2020.
You mentioned machine learning earlier on.
So it was around the AVM, so the automated valuation tool, which would be running in the background, and also running on an open banking API to work out what would be the best fit of a mortgage they're paying.
I'm curious about the scale of the opportunity in euro terms. So how big a problem is retention for the bank?
We'd love the opportunity to work with Ian's team and his people there to get you a proper answer to that question. In the meantime, let's make some assumptions. We think that you're probably getting around 300,000 applications a year across group. We think you're probably completing on around 200,000 based on what we see across the market of this scale of bank. We think you're probably making about 1,500 sterling on each of those completed applications over 5 years. Therefore, if you can just stop about 25% of the 30 to 40% that are not retained by yourselves, this could be around 5 million sterling opportunity for the bank.
All the techies.
Right, we've just finished our pitches. The judges have now got into a room to decide who wins, and we're just waiting to hear back.
So excited. Winners this year, my favourite team name, Petrichor.
Two years in a row, David, yeah. One of our themes this year was about home buying and ownership, and your proposition and pitch and product really was right in that space. And even though we had a number of pitches in the home buying and ownership space, we felt that overall it was the broadest, most horizontal or widest view of the whole home buying and ownership experience.
Hi everyone, I'm here with your very own David Niese, just talking about what a fantastic time we all had with our joint teams at the Hackathon in Dublin with Ulster Bank over the weekend. First of all, I must say congratulations to the Accenture Petrichor team who won. The bit that David and I are now talking about is the so what. How do we translate some great work and great ideas from our teams into something that actually makes a difference real time with customers? So we look forward to working with you to do exactly that. Thanks again.